Team Mounjaro, high protein ideas and protein ideas. Hi friends, I'm Elizabeth, Countess of Shopping. I'm with my co-host, Mr. Freddie. We have done 5 retakes and we're not gonna do another one. We're gonna dive into our Mounjaro high protein ideas for you today. I have lost in the last year, here's my before and after. Nope, that's not my before and after. I have lost 76 pounds through Mounjaro, and we're gonna keep it real today. Are you here for real? We're here for real because we got a lot going on in my household. We've got a family member who's been in the hospital, so I need quick Mounjaro high protein ideas and easy protein ideas for Mounjaro weight loss and Zepbound weight loss. Let's go ahead and dive in. Hopefully he'll settle down here. He's like guarding our house right now. His nemesis just walked by. I've got for you a ton of ideas. And with my 76 pound weight loss, I need quick, easy, and my GLP-1 dietitian, did you know how much protein you're supposed to have in a given day? If you're on Mounjaro weight loss, Zepbound weight loss, or a Tirzepatide weight loss, it's per our GLP-1 dietitian, 100 to 120 grams of protein per day. I realized I was not getting nearly enough protein, and so I've been coming up with hacks. I've already done a part 1, I don't know, 3 months ago. It's massively changed. I have a bunch of recipes for you. Now that I've been off of my weight stall, and if you didn't see the last video talking about how to move past weight stalls, my 2-part series, make sure you click that subscribe and follow button. But my first thing we're gonna talk about is FAV Greek yogurt. I order this from Costco because it's easy, and it's the one that they have is the 0%. I love it because of the texture. And in the FAV Greek yogurt, we're gonna use these for our protein ideas. I'm gonna show you a really quick, easy hack that we're gonna use with my co-host, Mr. Freddie. He's been on his worst possible behavior today, but we're gonna roll with it. So it's 90 calories for 3/4 of a cup, which is kind of a lot. I usually will double that to either a cup and a half, which makes for 36 grams of protein for a cup and a half. That's a lot of protein. If I'm trying to get 100 to 120 grams of protein per day while staying in some sort of a calorie deficit, which people ask me, and I'm like, I'm not a medical professional, a healthcare provider, nor do I pretend to play one. I'm simply a woman who's been doing Mounjaro. I'm on Mounjaro 15 milligrams the last year of what's worked well for me as a mom, as a wife, and as a busy serial entrepreneur. So this I repurpose so much. We use it on top of tacos. I use it for protein fruit bowls. And I'm gonna use it for the first thing here, which is gonna be you're going to need one of my favorite things, the cookie jar. It's really not a cookie jar, actually. Here, can you turn around so the friends can see you? Come over here. Here, come. It really is, it was one of my things, if you're in my private free Mounjaro weight loss group, I was talking about it was on sale. And by the way, I have the ranking of the best glass canisters on Amazon. I will link that down below, my article on countessofshopping.com with all of my free articles for you, over 100 plus articles on Mounjaro weight loss. It's this product. I'm not sponsored by them. I just really like it. Premier Protein cereal, 1 cup of it, I put into this bag and I smashed it. 1 cup is 20 grams of protein, because I'm trying to get my protein in, and I was failing. Like literally, when I started calculating, I was like, I'm having maybe 50 to 60 grams of protein. That's half of what I'm supposed to be having. So what you do is you take your FAV Greek yogurt, and again, I will have articles on these on countessofshopping.com. If you don't see them in the description link below, you can just go to my blog, or just know that they're coming and I haven't gotten to it yet. Scoot over, we're doing cooking here with Mr. Freddie. You take that, it's a 1 cup of the Greek yogurt, and I have a piece of parchment paper. I'm simply gonna take, he's gonna jump over all this, I feel like, and grab it. You just put on a piece of parchment paper and then smooth that out. We're gonna freeze this. I know, it sounds crazy, but we're gonna freeze this, and then I'm gonna put my favorite fruit on top. You don't have to put fruit if you don't want to. And we're gonna freeze this, but before I freeze this, so this right here, if I did a cup, but if I did a cup and a half, that would be 36 grams of protein just for the FAV yogurt. If I added fruit on top, that wouldn't change the protein. But adding this on top with the 36 grams, if I did 2 cups, again, I only did 1 cup just to show you and for time, I literally just take my 1 cup of this cereal, and maybe you don't use all, it's 180 calories for 1 cup, 20 grams of protein for the Premier Protein. I will link it down in the description link below. And you just pour this on top, kind of smooth that out so it's like a sprinkled. Go through and freeze that, and then you've got frozen yogurt bark. That's delicious. 2 cups of FAV yogurt, 1 cup of the Premier Protein cereal. And then if you put protein on it or chia seeds or whatever, you can add that on. But that right there is 56 grams of protein. Maybe I'm not eating the whole thing. Just for easy math, we would round it up to 60 grams of protein. Approximately, if you eat half of this, 30 grams of protein. My friends, that is a third of your daily protein. Almost. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's almost. Like, I just like easy math. Really, really simple to do. Next, Mounjaro high protein ideas number 2 is using that same Fage yogurt, taking 3/4 of a cup and a half, 2 cups, whatever, what's your whistle. It is 90 calories for 3/4 of a cup. Where did this little silly whistle? He's like the star of the show and I'm blocking his face. Why are you giving everybody the butt? I'll give him some more cereal. Here, come over here. Come over here. Come over here. He's like, I will not be your circus monkey. And I'm like, yes, you will. You take in your bowl, you put your Fage yogurt. I have my favorite fruit, usually is strawberries from Costco because the Costco in our area has the best produce. Pomegranate seeds, raspberries, those are my favorite. Do whatever works well for you. Put a cup and a half, 2 cups of the Fage yogurt. This is where it gets exciting. I saw this on someone else's YouTube, Alex Hermosi. He's the business YouTuber I follow. He's like a big gym bro type of guy, but he's actually really cool for business. A half of a stick of LMNT in here. I know, these are my favorite electrolytes. I'll link them down below. If you buy anything off of their website, which I'll link down below the link, you get 8 free sticks for the Countess of Shopping community only. It's the most amazing deal. But you can use a half a stick, a fourth of a stick, a third of a stick, mix it into your plain 0% Fage yogurt, and it makes it sweeter. It gives this really good consistency in there, like the taste of it. You don't need to use a whole stick, but they have chocolate medleys. They have the chocolate chai, the chocolate raspberry. They have citrus, lemon lime. You can mix those in there and then also then put on top, again, same thing, half of a cup. Well, I usually do a half of a cup, so it's only 90 calories and then 10 grams of protein, like a air quote granola on top. It is so good. And having it in my little scooper aesthetically looks pretty, but also I will link my glass containers down below. It aesthetically looks pretty, but also, and it keeps it fresh because of that airtight lid. This dang dog. Let me move my camera over. Let's go. There we go. There we go. We'll get Mr. Freddy in here. Okay, I'm making it worse. We're making it worse. We're making it worse, not better. Let's go to our next one. Mounjaro high, I told you we were gonna keep it real on today's episode. Mounjaro high protein number 3 is one of my other Costco favorites, but you can get these anywhere. Let me pull up my handy dandy notes. Is gonna be, we'll come back to the Costco one. It's called, I'm gonna mispronounce it, it's French. I saw it on a French TikToker. I wish I could give her the credit. Eggs cocotte. I will link down below the recipe when I have it. But basically, what it is, it's the most awesome thing. I bought these little pans. I'll link those down below. They're a different way to make eggs, right? And so getting protein from eggs, inexpensive, easy, quick. My kid likes it. You fill up, you heat your oven for 375 degrees or 400 degrees. Put in there water for about half the size of the dish. Then you would put your dish in here. I spray on the inside of my little pan or ramekin or glass, whatever. I like these little things, by the way. The FedEx truck is coming and Mr. Freddy's gonna freak out. We're just keeping it real today for our Mounjaro high protein ideas. Spray it, put in there 3 or 4 eggs, put 2 squirts lightly of Dijon mustard. It adds a little kick to it. A little salt, a little pepper, and then shred some cheese on top. It is so good. Bake for, depending on how you like your eggs, if you like looser eggs or harder eggs, like well cooked. And then what I do is I cook it for about 13 minutes on 400 degrees, and then I'll broil it on high for like the last minute. It is so delicious. And then on the inside, the eggs are looser. Not a hard-boiled egg, but not an over easy egg. Like in between, that's how I like my eggs. It's the best way to make them, really inexpensive. All in all, it probably takes about 20 minutes to cook. And it's easy cleanup. Those pans, these, I always mispronounce it, La Creuset pans. I got it on Amazon and they're dishwasher safe. Yes, you can put them in the dishwasher. So I ended up buying one and then I bought a second one because my kid loved the eggs coquette so much. I took French class. I've been to France twice, and I think I'm mispronouncing that. So feel free to correct me in the comments of how I properly pronounce it. Coquette? Oh, coquette? Poisson I know is fish in French, but I don't know. I'll work on it for the next video. Let's get to our next one. Tip number 4 is making. We bought a whole bunch of rotisserie chicken from Costco. Usually when I do my Costco order, I get a rotisserie chicken. You can pull the rotisserie chicken, or I bought this big old bag. It's called Just Bare Chicken. You guys have probably all heard about it, but I have not. Got it from Costco. It's lightly breaded chicken, chunks, no antibiotics, no hormones, no steroids. And it has in there for 3 ounces, 160 calories and 16 grams of protein. So if I bump that up to 6 ounces, that is 320 calories and 32 grams of protein in there. Mr. Freddie knows I usually give him a little nibble with it. So cooking those, that separately in itself is a protein idea, but having your chicken or turkey, mixing it with cottage cheese, marinara, and then a little sprinkled cheese on top, putting it into you could put it back into this thing again, the La Crosette. I'm mispronouncing that. Oh, I don't know why I got all these French words today. You can mix it in there, or a bigger dish, put it in the oven. So many people have done it on TikTok. I actually did it last night. I ran out of cottage cheese and I used my Fage Greek yogurt, but I had marinara, so I couldn't tell it was Fage Greek yogurt. It reminded me kind of lasagna. It was so good. So good, super inexpensive. We've had this one big old bag and it's lasted now for quite some time. We've used it also along those lines. I have been testing for a Countess of shopping .com on my blog. I have over 50 articles on Mounjaro and WEGOVY and Zepbound. There's tons of them, but I'm testing a ton of different air fryers. I've bought all of them. They've not been gifted, so I can give you my honest opinion on all the best ones. We just tested the Chefman last night. It's the 2-quart one. I'll link it down in the description link below. Made it really, really easy to cook. That Chefman made it really easy to cook 1 serving of this. So if you live by yourself or you just have 3 people in our household, but I just want to cook for myself. Having that 2-quart air fryer, the one that I'll link down below, so helpful to cook those as well. Let's go to our next tip. And I found it actually tasted better in the air fryer. The Duke agreed. My 8-year-old tested it with me and he's like, Mom, it tastes so much better in the air fryer. So that was number 5, was the air fryer with that Costco Bare Chicken. You can get that Bare Chicken anywhere. I just get it from Costco, but you can get it anywhere. Next up is 6 is, I'm not sponsored by them, I wish I was, but Costco has new jumbo meatballs. I had that literally for breakfast this morning. The jumbo meatballs from Costco have on there, let me pull it up. They're these big old meatballs. They're delicious, by the way. And I had gotten the smaller meatballs before. I'd never tried the jumbo meatballs. They're over in the deli section. They have a ton of protein. It has in there, for the serving size, 240 calories, 14 grams of protein. And I hate 2 old big meatballs. They were so good. And they come with a tomato sauce. Highly recommend. That is my next one. Tip number 6. Tip number 7 for Mounjaro high protein ideas is Peruvian chicken. I meant to bring mine over. We went to a Peruvian chicken restaurant in Northern Virginia. We live in rural Virginia over the Appalachian Mountains. And we were in Northern Virginia, and I've been in and out of the hospital with a family member, and I was like, I'm getting my Peruvian chicken. That has a ton of protein for rotisserie chicken or Peruvian chicken. I love Peruvian chicken though. It's my favorite. Tip number 8, hard-boiled eggs. The Dash hard-boiled egg cooker, I will link it down below. You can make over easy eggs, medium eggs, or hard-boiled eggs. It's another great way to get your egg protein in, as is the Dash sous vide cooker. This is number 9. So we had hard-boiled eggs with the Dash cooker. There, by the way, is like 16 or 17 bucks. It's really inexpensive and it's easier to make hard-boiled eggs. This is the Dash sous vide cooker. You can make it with the bigger eggs on there to make like egg sandwiches, the best breakfast maker in my humble opinion, or the 4 round ones in there. It's really simple to make. And my little boy can make these. He likes making them, his with bacon and sausage in there. You could put in there other proteins. If you're vegan, you can, or not vegan if you're eating eggs, but if you're vegetarian, you could put in there vegetables or other proteins in there too. It's another great way to get protein in. Okay, let's go to our next one. Next one is going to be my Starbucks. So my friend David and I talk about this all the time. Hi, David, if you're watching. He's one of my dear friends. You go to Starbucks, you get a shot of espresso or 2 shots of espresso. You can get decaf espresso. I do also have my home Nespresso maker. You can do this as well and make this from home. Let's see if I meant to pull it up beforehand, but I probably forgot. I did. Dang it, I have it here too. Oh, here it is my Nespresso maker. You can make it with decaf if you don't want the full thing, but you get a shot or 2 of espresso to put in there, and then you put a protein shake. Really easy to do with ice, and make an iced coffee, an iced espresso maker. With it, it's really simple to do, and it's a great way to start the morning with protein if you want that as your Mounjaro breakfast. But it's a Mounjaro high protein idea. This, for example, has 30 grams of protein, like 160 calories. It's a very easy way to do it. Okay, let's go to our next one. That's number 10. Number 11 is, I live in rural Virginia, and so we're around a ton of farms, but I also got from Costco bulk turkey meat, and I made turkey burgers. And I just put parchment paper in between. Really simple to do. Put those in the freezer. It's easy to grab when my kid's like, Mom, I want a hamburger. I'm like, okay, here's some turkey burgers. It's so good and so filling and tons of protein in there. Next, my high protein overnight oats. I will link the recipe down below. Very simple to make. You can take that same recipe and make high protein pancakes as well with the dash maker. I'll link the waffle maker down below too. Next, tip number 13 of Mounjaro high protein ideas. I got sent these by Saffron Road. I'm obsessed. Literally so good. So they're called Saffron Road. They're crunchy chickpeas, Bombay spice made with organic chickpeas. Iconic Indian spices like ginger, coriander, and cumin in this one. I've not tried these. These are just regular old sea salt. I haven't opened them yet because my boy wanted to try them. This was delicious. If you love Indian food, Indian spices, for 1/4 of a cup, it's only 130 calories and 6 grams of protein. Like, I am so in. It's really, really good. Now, it does have canola oil as the first oil. I know some of you will freak out over that. It's not my preference in oils, but also for a grab on the go where I'm trying to get 6 grams of protein. If you did 1/2 of a cup, 12 grams of protein in. If you did 1/2 of a cup, it'd be 260 calories and 12 grams of protein. So these are cool. I like them. This company just sent these to me. They're very good. They are Countess of Shopping approved. Let's go to our next one. Is going to be number 14 is going to be our chickpea recipe. You can make chickpeas at home. I have out of a can how to make them very crunchy in the oven. But guess what Duke and I are doing later this weekend with the big snowstorm? We're going to be using our Chefman, our 2-quart size one, and make our own chickpeas, and that recipe is linked down below. I already have that blog post done. So many of y'all from the Countess of Shopping, Mounjaro Weight Loss Encouragement Group, Zepbound Encouragement Group, that link's down in the description link below too, have used that recipe. It's a really easy, good recipe. That's number 14. Number 15 is the chicken taco recipe. Oh my goodness. Is chicken tacos using your crock pot. You can get a 2-quart crock pot. Again, if you live by yourself, or you're just trying to do a small amount, get a small crock pot and make chicken tacos. I will link that down below. You can eat off of those for 2 days straight. Chicken has such lean calorie amount in there with so much protein. That's an option. Next, number 16 for our Mounjaro high protein ideas is going to be one of my favorites. You guys know I love this, and I have the recipe linked down below. It's going to be my Ninja protein ice cream. Yes, friends, that is caramel protein ice cream. It has a whopping 30 grams of protein for that huge, huge, huge container. I know, it's crazy, right? Like, look at that. Like, that's just a small portion. It's the one in the back of where the container is. It's so good. It's so simple. You can make strawberry ice cream, strawberry protein ice cream, caramel protein ice cream, chocolate protein ice cream. Like, it's really, really easy to do with that. And the Ninja makers, ice cream makers, have been on sale recently. So I'll link my favorite ones down below. I would encourage you in that article, my recipe, get the extra containers I reference in my Ninja protein article. Get those, the specific ones I reference. Number 17 on our Mounjaro high protein ideas is using extra ground beef and just making some sauteed like ground beef crumbles, and like how I have my turkey burgers made already, just make the ground beef, put it in your freezer and freeze it. You'll thank me later, because then from that you can put in here to make little taco bowls, or you don't even need the taco shells. You can add sour cream on top, or add in their eggs, and then cook that with the taco meat. Like, the world's your oyster. The more I started thinking outside of the box, the better I liked it. Okay. We have down below all of those recipes, but also my Mounjaro weight loss and success checklist, and also my free Mounjaro encouragement group. And we've been talking about these as well. They've been on sale as the full star chopper, the veggie chopper. You can chop your eggs in these too, but you can make salads. You can chop your proteins. Maybe you want to make a chef salad with like turkey meat, deli meat, salami, pepperonis. You can chop that, put it in here with lettuce, and the bottom part, they're on sale. They're really, I love those, by the way. I'll link that in the description link below, as is my Renpho Smart measure. I highly recommend, if you're for weight stalls and for Mounjaro weight loss, you're gonna wanna see your inches lost in addition to the scale. It's the Renpho scale, smart tape measure, and blood pressure cuff, all synced to one app. I will link those down on the description link below. And our big Tide sale. It's like buy $80 worth right now until February 1st. Get a $20 Amazon.com promotional credit. It's amazing. So today has been crazy. I'm headed back to the hospital. We've shot this like 5 times. So if you've made it this far, bless you. And then also, if you've made it this far in Countess of Shopping, we do emojis here. If you're new, it tells me that you've made it this far in the video. Today's emoji is going to be a shirt or a sweater. So if you put that down in the comments, I will see you. One, I will pray over you. If you don't believe in prayer, I'll send you positive, uplifting encouragement. And it's my way to get to know you better. I will notice pattern recognition is one of my specialties, so I'll notice your name. We have people who've been commenting now for years who are like dear friends and family members to me. So put down below the sweater or the t-shirt. And if you want to put part 2 of that, is we are action focused items here at Countess of Shopping group. What are you doing today to move you closer to your goals? I personally am going to lift, and I'm also going to make sure I go to bed on time. I'm stressed. I've just been running around, and we haven't had school because of the snow. And so my kid's coming home any minute, and I wanted to get this video out, which is why I love the Mounjaro high protein ideas. Visit countessofshopping.com. Make sure you click that subscribe button and like, and be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings, because life is delicious. All of the Mounjaro high protein items and recipes will be linked down below. Bye, friends.